I don't understand, Katrina. It's just another blender. Just another blender? My Vitamixer is not just another blender. First of all, this is like a serious part of our house at this point. Our Vitamixer came to live with us in 2009. So we've had our Vitamixer since 2009, and it came into our life at a really challenging time. My mom had a lot of health issues that were going on at that time, and with all the treatments that she was going through, she had a lot of problems swallowing. And all of a sudden it became one of those things where you have to find the right product to solve your problem. And our problem in that moment was that I needed to be able to get anything into a liquid form so that she could eat. And it is the most amazing thing, because my aunt's like, you need a Vitamixer. I was like, tell me more. And at that time, it was one of those things where they were not readily everywhere, and I really had to look for them. And I found mine. I wish she had a great name like Betty, but she doesn't. She's our Vitamixer. She got us through a really challenging time. And what she did is she enabled me to be able to give the care and the nutrition and the caloric intake that my mom was requiring during this time. It was huge. It was absolutely huge. And then you're like, well, I spent this ridiculous amount of money on this amazing Vitamixer. What else can it do? And then you start to learn what your Vitamixer can do. Oh, the things she can do. And then it becomes that thing that when I had lived in LA for years, and I came home thinking my mom was going to be well within 2 weeks. And I ended up staying for 11 and a half months. And when I went back to LA, I wanted to take my Vitamixer. But because mom was still in the healing phases, I left the Vitamixer with her. But through the course of everything, within 11 months, I ended up moving back home to Colorado. And then it became that thing of, I want the Vitamixer to live at my house. And, I could say that because she was feeling well. And I lived 7 blocks away. And so the Vitamixer became this item, this product, this more than a blender that we started fighting over. And I won for a while, and then she won it back for a while, and whoever needed it and whoever was in need of whatever they were doing, they could just go to the other person's house and take the Vitamixer. And it was one of those funny moments in time where we shared her. And she lived in 2 houses. And then we came to a place where we became a multi-generational family, and the fighting was over. And she has been a serious part of our house ever since. So she can do so many different things. And I'm sure that if you're looking at a Vitamixer, you're like, I already know what it can do. But you can make hummus, you can make soups, you can literally puree any kind of food that you can imagine. When my mom was in her most challenging moments, my mom, she's like, all I want is a steak. So I grilled her a steak on our grill. And she's like, I want mashed potatoes. I made mashed potatoes. And I put everything in the blender, and I said, do you want them separate or together? She goes, I can't taste anyways. She goes, put them together. And then I put heaps of butter and sour cream in there as well, because she was in need of caloric intake in that moment, in whatever form I could get her. As a cute round girl, it was the first time in my life that I'd go to the grocery store and was looking at the calories, and I was like, I need the highest calorie item. It wasn't what I was eating, but it was what I was trying to get in my mom. And it was a blessing, and it was amazing, and it literally brought life into our home. So to say that I love my Vitamixer is such an understatement, because my gratitude for this product and what it can do is overwhelming. And then we are in 2026, which is way far away from 2009. And I have a kid who knows how to use the Vitamixer. Still working on her cleaning it, because they are a little tricky with cleaning, and it's really not tricky. You just have to do it. She's a teenager. But my kid, she loves using the Vitamixer. She loves making hummus in it. She loves making tomatillo. She loves making, oh, what are they? Oh, verde. She gets the tomatillos and then she makes her own verde from it. And this thing gets used. It gets used to make whole food, things that nourish our bodies and make us whole. It is amazing. And the most amazing part of it is the way that they're made, because they are made to last. That's the point of Vitamixer. There are so few companies left, and I can think of a couple that we have around this house that are really made to last and withstand and be used. And Vitamixer is one of those products. It is a product that you do invest in on the front end, and it can feel a little overwhelming sometimes. I know that in the moment that I purchased ours, we were in a crisis situation, and I was like, I cannot believe I'm spending this much on a blender. Again, it's not just a blender. But I didn't know in that moment what it was. And here I am in 2026, what feels to be like 100 years later, and a completely like 3 lifetimes later. So many lifetimes have been led in the meantime, and it is still kicking, and it does everything it's supposed to do still. It's absolutely amazing. I love my Vitamixer, and I just think they're absolutely freaking awesome. The other thing, this is the 5200 unit. The other thing about it is they're super simple to use. Like, they're idiot proof. And as we've established in some of my other videos, sometimes I'm really tired, sometimes I'm really overwhelmed, and items that solve my problem and are idiot proof are like way on the top of my list. And that's what this is. If you found value in today's video, like, share, and subscribe so we can hang out again. So super simple ways to use it. The first thing is you have your dials right here. You have your on-off dial over there. Nope, I'm doing this backwards. See, I'm used to doing it from in front. You have your on-off dials right here. And then you have right here is the lever in which your blade is going. So you have your low all the way to max over here. And then this right here is the lever between low and high. So let me put the readers on because I cannot see. I can do it all. There we go. I can do it all by memory, by muscle memory. But if you want me to explain it to you, I have to look at it. So we have the variable speed is down at the bottom. So that's the lower. That's kind of where you start. So, and then you have the high speed is all the way up to the top. So when you initially are using it, you want it down on the variable and you want it all the way to 1. Do they do it at 1? They do. They go 1 to 10. Okay, so you want it at 1. And then you just kind of start turning up your speed right here, and you get to the speed you want. The more speed you get, the more things are heating up in there. It's absolutely amazing. You can do anything. I mean, the list of what you can create inside of this Vitamixer is amazing. You can do juices in it. You can do smoothies in it. And what it does is it keeps, if you're doing smoothies and things like that, it keeps the pulp inside of it. So you're keeping the nutrients in it. And so you're not pushing the nutrients out. You're keeping it in. Oh, love doing smoothies in it. We like cooking. We also like food. We love our Vitamixer because it allows us to make good whole food in our house. Okay, so back to how you use it. So you get it to the speed that you want it at. If you need to go up to the high speed, I would always recommend removing, like, as you do it, making sure that you're not high, because that may be woo! So at least be in the middle if you're going to go up to high. It's fantastic. And so then you just turn it on or off from there. And then you have a cord, 3 prongs, no big deal. You plug it in. It's super simple. That's all there is to it. And then when you're done, you just turn it off. Things to know about it. If what you are doing down here is all stuck because whether it's beans or whatever you're working on down here that you're trying to get smooshed together, you have this amazing aid. I don't know what they call it. I call it our thing. I'm always like, hand me the thing. And everybody in the house knows what that means. And so the top of your lid is removable by itself. And as you're sitting there going with it, you just put it in and you can move it around See, moves around. It goes at angles. You can go from side to side, and you can go almost all the way down. If you see in the bottom down there, we have like just an inch between it and the blades, the top of the blade nut that's there. So, and you just work on it and you work on it. and then whatever you're making will end up bits of it on there. And so as you pull it out, being mindful to pull it off on the edges is one of my favorite things as well. And then here's the lid. So this lid is fantastic. All of these parts are original to 2009. So just note, complete from 2009. That's where it looks a little weathered. It's because it's from 2009. So this piece really is a super easy, has right here on both sides, it has these little lips that are there, and you just find where it goes in, and then you turn it out a quarter, and then it's just locked in. So it's easy and quick to unlock, and it's easy and quick to lock. Super easy. So if you don't have anything catching down here and you don't need this, pardon me, you just leave it right there, just like that. It's super easy. And then the question of cleaning. How do you clean that? Is that dishwasher safe? No, that's not how we clean it. It's so much simpler than that. What you're going to do is you are going to get whatever you had in here out of here, and you are going to put it in the sink, and you are going to fill it up. I like to fill it up. I have found specifically that my fill line is between the 7 to 8 cups right here. So it also has, let me also tell you about this. It also will tell you, it has measurements on the side. So if you are using it to help measure, you have on this side ounces and cups, and on this side you have the milliliters. So depending on what source you're using, you can measure from each side within it itself. So super easy, especially like if you're doing smoothies or whatever, you're not creating more items to be cleaned in the kitchen when you're using it. Anyways, when I like to clean it, what I do is I put a dab of my ivory soap inside of here, and just a dab, that's all you need. You don't want too much. It is a generous dab, but it's not, you don't want a lot. You don't want a lot of soap. And then I get my water going hot, and I want my water to be as hot as it can get. And then I fill it on up, and I get it up to the 7 to 8 cups. And I put my lid back on, and then I put it on top of the unit. I make sure, well, I was on, that was a catastrophe. No, it wasn't. So we make sure that, oh, I'm on the wrong one. It's off. So it's off. We want it off. We want it all the way to 1, and we want it down at the variable speed. And then what I do is I turn it on, and I get it going, and I turn it all the way up, and then I turn it all the way up, and it goes and it's a little polar vortex inside of it. It's very fun to watch. And where you want to be careful with too much soap is too much soap will make the soap really suds up, and it will go everywhere. And that's no fun. So you'll find the right amounts, and you'll learn the right amounts for yourself. And then in the midst of that, you get this clean as well with soap. So I let it go. You let it go for a good, I don't know. I normally let mine go for a good minute. I try to make sure that it's in there. I like it when the suds get all the way up to there. And then I turn everything off. I put it back to 1, put it back down to variable, turn it off. And when I go to empty it, the first thing I do is empty it all over the lid itself. Now, if you're using hot water, obviously be careful that it's water that doesn't scald you, because that would be bad. Our water doesn't get hot enough to scald me, and being as somebody who cooks all the time, I have a pretty high pain tolerance for heat in the kitchen. And so I'm able to do that. If you're having any issues, obviously put it down and then do it. And then I start rinsing this out, and I keep kind of putting it all over that, all over the lid. And I get it cleaned out. And then you just put a clean towel on the counter, and you leave it upside down and let it air out. And then finish rinsing this off. Especially if it was a messy one, I make sure to separate these parts, make sure that there's nothing left inside of it or on the inside lip of the top of the lid either. And I get that all cleaned off, and it goes and lives next to the actual body of our pitcher. And then if this was dirty, I just take the soap to this, and I go over it and make sure that this is fully cleaned and sanitized, clean it off, and then add it to the group as well. We don't use this all the time. This really just depends on what you're cooking with it, or making with it, or blending with it, or creating with it. So sometimes we need this and sometimes we don't. And when we need it, I say, give me the little thing, and my kid knows what that means, and so does Grandma. So to say that she is just a blender would be the understatement of all time. She is so much more than a blender. She is a lifestyle. She is a way to help you create and bring health into your home by nourishing yourself with the food that you create and eat. She has been one of the best purchases I've ever made, because she got us through one of the hardest times of our lives. She helped bring balance into our home. And then at this point, she continues to serve us. So would I say that investing in a Vitamixer is a good use of your resources? Yeah, I would. It was like one of the best uses of our resources ever. Would I do it again? Oh, yeah, in a heartbeat, without even thinking about it. Vitamixer is absolutely amazing as a product, and it will last and it will take care of you. So I really thank you for going on our family's journey of our Vitamixer and what it has done for us and how it has been with us for, do the math real quick. 17 years? 17 years now? 17 years she's been with us. I really hope that this story, that our family story of our Vitamixer, helps you decide on what you need in your life. And if any part of this story really touches your heart, just let it know that this is a good investment for you and your family. I hope that you enjoy it. I know that you will enjoy it. I know that if you use it, there's no way that you're not going to love it. It's just what it is. So thank you for sticking around until the end, and just know that we really appreciate you. Have a beautiful day.